Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn about the Promisify function. So before that we will let's understand what was the problem. So in older JavaScripts, the when there was no promises or async await, the functions were expecting or taking the callbacks as or accepting the callbacks as a last argument over the asynchronous operations to perform asynchronous operations. So the problem with this method was like there are callback heads, then the poor readability, and the chaining is not possible in such cases. So to solve this problem, the promises and async await were introduced. So here we will implement the Promisify function, which takes these callback based functions and like returns the promisified version of that function. So let's understand the problem first. So we need to implement a Promisify function that takes a function following the common callback last like error first styles in that older version like error and value as a callback, and returns a version that returns a promises. So let's implement this Promisify function. So this will return internal function so that we will not modify our existing function. This function accepts the arguments which are required by this function or to call that function, and this internal function will return a promise as we need to implement a promise based approach. So we will like require a promise to return, and we know that the promise accepts two arguments like resolve and reject when promise gets rejects. So and inside that we will have our normal what can say like error or the value as the third argument, which is callback based, and we will implement this. Whenever there is a error, we will reject our promise using the reject argument with the specified error, else we will resolve this promise with whatever value that callback function takes. So sorry, there was mistake. This will be inside like when we call that function, like function whatever the function is called, we will call that function using the call method, and there will be like this content we will pass and along with the arguments, and this will have this third callback based approach. So let's see. So as we can see, there is one error, calling from a returns a promise. So it will return a new promise. There is some lag between execution. New promise, I will define new. Let's type it again. Now you can see all the test cases gets passed. Just wait for the test case to get run, and let's submit the answer. Yeah, we can see all the test cases got passed. So here we have implemented a Promisify function which returns a function, internal function, without modifying our function, and this function will return a new promise as we need to convert the old syntax into a new promise based. So we return new promise which takes resolve or reject, and inside that we have called our function with this context and whatever arguments are passed for that function along with third callback based function, that is error and value, as specified in the problem. And whenever there is an error, we have rejected our promise with the reject method, and whenever there is a value, we have resolved our promise using the resolve method. So yeah, that's about this video. Thanks for watching, and just like this video and subscribe to my channel so that we will get to notify about new videos that I upload regarding the questions which may ask in your JavaScript based interview. Thank you.